May I have your attention, please? You keep using that word perfection. Jeez, I do not think it means what you think it means. I repeat, moral perfection does not mean what you say it means. We're gonna dice the theodicy here. Y'all act like God's perfection just means he meant well, but he built a universe that functions like a meat mill. Billions of years of animals screaming, bleeding, and y'all say, nah bro, before Adam they weren't really feeling. Ah yes, the pain was immorally relevant. Sure, and I'm the Pope's pet elephant, molding this like Craig say God had no choice. He picked the best feasible world with the super serious voice, but this best world is Auschwitz plus hell plus extinction. And you wonder why atheists call foul on the whole conniption. God hands evil existence and blames you for your sin, foreknows every choice, but he's not causing it then. Like a farmer planting poison seeds across his land, then calls it optimal harvest when two stalks still stand. So will the real moral perfection please stay put? Divine perfection for divine reflection, get the crux. Give a fuck. And the order less than absolute is in fact corrupt. One single blemish on the record and your God's out of luck. So will the real moral perfection please stay put? Divine perfection for divine reflection, get the crux. Give a fuck. Zero blemish gods don't hand evil, it's lust. But Craig's God intends the pain and calls himself just. Look, God supposedly hates sin, right? Deeply offended, but he creates the stuff, then says, humans, you ended my perfect plan by freely choosing to rebel. But in Craig's world, free will is just a tool to stock up hell. Heaven has a few saints who freely never choose wrong, but earth logically impossible. Okay Craig, sure, go on. Your own theology made your theodicy dead, cause heaven proves that evil ain't required instead. And the fall, oh lel, that myth ain't literal no more. Craig says it's spiritual death, not the carnage before. So all the parasites, cancer, storms, tsunamis were baked into the cosmos. Good job, Abadati. Billions of creation years of pointless pain, but hey, one day you'll reign with Jesus if your soul's not stained. Romans 9 comes along and just pulls the whole pin. Who are you, oh man, to question God for what he did? Vessels of wrath, prep for destruction from their genesis, but somehow that's still love and somebody call child services. So will the real moral perfection please stand up? Define yourself and end this rut. A being with zero blemishes never sets this up. Not a world that mass produces evil stuff. Will the real moral perfection please chime in? Acknowledge evil prevention and not allow sin. Craig's God plows a field for one sandwich, what a guy. But 99% of seeds crushed in the sty. You think perfection's whatever God does? That's cute. Morality's reversed. You summon Cthulhu, call it infinite torture. Good as the biggest lie yet. Even Satan's reading this and going bro. Respect. Perfection means zero evil, not acceptable harm. Not calculate the torture to maximize charm. Not engineer a cosmos where the damned are the norm. Not funnel most souls into hell like the worst kind of porn. You need evil dialed to 10, so if you love you back, that's an abuser's logic in a deity's pack. If a human ran a system like this, we call him deplorable. But slap God on the label, suddenly it's adorable. Nah, let's drop the facade and say what is correct. You butcher the moral math to keep your worldview intact. And deep down you know the score of this purity predilection. There's no way in hell this being fits moral perfection. So will the real moral perfection please stay put? Define perfection for divine reflection, get the crux. Give a fuck. Concept collapse when you hold it up. You can't call this blemishless without being corrupt. So will the real moral perfection please stay put? Define perfection for divine reflection, get the crux. Give a fuck. Zero evil gods wouldn't build this setup, but Craig's God, well someone drank the Kool-Aid up. Guess there's no moral perfection after all. If the existence of immorality is like immoral, it sure ain't in your theology. The true definition of perfection is calling. What's the report card? And it says Craig's God, hard F. It's like all theorists are a philosophical fool's errand or something. Who could have predicted this? Other than Epicurus, Hume, and J.L. Mackie, you mean